And welcome to another edition of That One Thing. I am Mark Simmons with Sold by Simmons YVR and Remax Select Properties, and I am super excited to have our special guest here today, Victoria Ballantine from Allegiant Inspections. Welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here today. So, Victoria, let's hear a little bit about your business. How long have you been in business?
I have been inspecting for about 4 years now, but I have a history in construction that goes back 25 years plus.
Beautiful. So tell us a little bit about what it is that you do and who you work with.
I work with homeowners. I work with people buying homes. I work with people selling homes. I work with people who have mysteries in their homes that they can't figure out what's happening and want an unbiased opinion.
Perfect. So I have a question. This program, the show is about that one thing, and it's looking at industry experts like yourself, and asking the question about what is that one thing that's going to have the greatest impact, make the biggest difference, depending on what it is you're doing in life, from a homeowner, a home buyer, or home seller's perspective. So let's look at today. One of the things that happened going back months ago when in the local market, real estate market, things were moving so fast and multiple offers and no subject offers, people weren't doing inspections.
The smart people were doing the pre-offer inspections.
Right. But many weren't, because there was that mentality, I just need it. Yet now on the other side of it, they struggle because they found out their properties had all these issues, which if you were inspecting, you would have found for them. Right? Exactly. So let's look at today from a homeowner or a home buyer. And you might be thinking, a homeowner, why would a homeowner need an inspection? And you're going to tell us why. But what is that one thing, that best piece of advice you can give to a homeowner and a home buyer?
An inspection can make homeowners and home buyers fearless by understanding how their home works, or their prospective home works, and how small fixes now can prevent huge expenses later. Mm-hmm. It's a no-brainer as far as saving money.
Right. So your best piece of advice is, whether you're obviously if you're buying a home, you want to get it, but even as a homeowner, to have you come in and do an inspection of the home so they know what they're dealing with.
Especially there's a commercial out there right now that says, you've gone nose blind. And people tend to live in a house for a while and they go nose blind, but they also go sight blind. You just get used to seeing things. You don't really notice things. People don't go in their attics. They don't go in their crawl spaces.
Yeah,
I do.
Right. And I know, a lot of times we look at our home and we go, not complacency, but like, next, I'll get to it later. But in a home, later, when things start developing, and later what's small now turns into something big later.
It's so true. And I really love to educate people on how this little thing can balloon into, and probably will balloon into, a major expense. And I use gutters as an example. It's really cheap to get up there yourself or hire someone to clean your gutters. If you don't, it can end up costing you tens of thousands of dollars worth of damage to your roof, to your foundation, to your exterior cladding. And once I take the time to explain this to people, because most people are like, yeah, I'll get to my gutters. Once you explain what the possibilities are if they don't, then people remember and they're like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll clean my gutters. And there's many things in a home like that.
Yeah. And obviously the what it costs now to repair is also going to increase down the road into multiples of numbers.
Absolutely. We've all seen that.
Yeah. So that one thing, if you're a homeowner or a home buyer, is do the inspection. So you know what you're dealing with. You can then make a choice to do something or not something with the information, but at least you're informed.
And especially for home buyers, because most people are leveraged to the hilt. And, can you really afford $50,000 on a roof that you don't need to?
Right, exactly. Yeah. And this is the same for condos, new construction, still have the inspection.
New construction is the worst.
Yeah.
This is why I don't do construction anymore, because the quality out there is just so slap hazard. that I find more things on a new build than I do on a 1970s townhouse.
Yeah, and it's a little counterintuitive to think I just bought a brand new, newly constructed property. I don't need an inspection, but the reality is, no, you should still do the inspection.
And the beauty of the new builds is they're under warranty. So anything I find, you can get fixed at no cost to you.
And this new recession period that they've introduced allows that time to do the inspection as well, because there's that mandatory 3 business days of time. So recommend do the inspection. So Victoria, how do we get a hold of you? What is your email address?
It is Vic, at allegiantinspections.ca. My website is allegiantinspections.ca. And my phone number is 604-983-6918.
Perfect. So we will have a slide up at the end of the video, like we always do, with all your contact information. And before that, we have the disclaimer. Always do your own due diligence. Check with professionals like Victoria. If you want to talk real estate and buying and selling your home and just have a discussion, I'm happy to have that conversation with you, but make sure you're always doing your own due diligence and talking to the professionals. Victoria, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.